will start with Jonathan. Just kind of introduce yourself. Tell me your name, your age, and where you currently reside. I think it's in Florida now, but you can also say we're stationed in Florida, but our home moved with us, or something like that.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and start whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hi, my name's Jonathan Bartlett. Originally from Florida. We've been many places, but we are now stationed in Ocala, Florida, for the winter time, just preparing for the upcoming golf season that lies ahead.
Great. And then give it to me one more time with just your name, age, and where you live specifically, so it's an editor's thing that they can kind of fit in.
Gotcha. My name's Jonathan Bartlett. I'm 36, and we live in Ocala, Florida.
Perfect. All right, so let's talk a little bit. We'll talk about your family first, okay?
Okay.
Actually, let's talk about your golf resume first. So we'll start that. We'll kind of do it in a little bit of an order that I have. So if you can rattle off to me, that you played golf in college.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was you that said you played with the same All-American Tiger Woods.
I played, when I was younger, I played against Tiger Woods, correct.
Okay, yeah, you can say that. You can say I started golfing when I was however old. I played an All-American against Tiger Woods when I was however old.
Okay.
I went to college, and you can kind of go from college. You don't have to do the work thing right now, how you took that time off, because I'm going to get that in a clean soundbite. So I really just want to talk about, like, your golf accomplishments, including what you won professionally.
Okay. Sure.
All right?
Sure.
And just go ahead and start.
Okay. Well, I started playing golf at a young age, 11 years of age. In Ocala, we have a really good junior program, and they still do. I was always a pretty good junior player. I didn't play a lot of the AGA events just because financially they are expensive, but I did qualify and play in 2 U.S. junior amateurs. The first one, when I was 15, I got to the semis. Actually played some guy you might have heard of, Tiger Woods. He beat me, I believe, on the 16th hole, if I remember correctly. But that was still a great experience. First time I've ever seen where there was, about 2,000 people watching. And I grew up in municipal golf courses, so that wasn't the case whatsoever. From there, went to Forest High School, local high school, won a couple state titles, played with some really good players actually on my team that actually went to other colleges and played D1. Had the opportunity to play at a junior college called Central Alabama Community College, where we won a national championship. I guess my freshman year, and then my sophomore year, I was roommates with Carl Peterson, who many might know is on the PGA Tour. Has had a really good, successful career, and then also Soren Hansen, who was actually on the European Ryder Cup team. I believe 2 Ryder Cups ago. Great guy, and obviously a very good golfer. From there, I went on to University of Mississippi. There was a little break between those two because I did have back surgery when I was 20 with a ruptured disc. So I was actually out of the game for about a year and a half. But Woody Cowart, who we still remain friends, is the head coach there. He honored the scholarship, and I honored my commitment to him that I would still attend the University of Mississippi after my back healed up. My junior year was kind of getting back into it a little bit, and then my senior year I was an All-American, first team All-SEC. And played in the national championship as an individual. I was the only individual actually to make the cut at the national championship. I believe it was in Alabama. From there, I competed in what they called the Golden Bear Tour, which is a mini tour event, or I should say mini tour in South Florida for about 3.5 years. It later turned into the Gateway Tour. Had a couple wins, many top 5s, top 10s. But what people might not realize is that playing professional golf is extremely, extremely expensive, and it just got to be a little bit. It wasn't much fun. I lost the fun of it. I was my own sponsor. It was very difficult. Even though I was making money and I could have kept playing, it just wasn't going anywhere. And then I actually met my wife, who, I met this girl who's now my wife. And we, formed a family, and that was it for probably 7 or 8 years, and just been in the real world from that point.
Okay, and then when
Mm-hmm.
It was because of what? You got entered into the Greenbrier, is it an invitational? How did it start? Like, you just kind of entered it for fun and you ended up winning it, correct?
Correct. I mean, I got back into the game, I guess, in 2010. I was playing a little bit in 2009, just with members or clients at the Greenbrier when I was selling the real estate there. And at the last second, they were having the 2010 State Am, West Virginia State Amateur. It's held at the Greenbrier, and that's where I work. So I just came home and told Janelle, I might just enter this event. I mean, it's here. It's not going to cost us any money out of pocket to go to hotels or anything. She was like, well, that's great. I think you should. Hadn't played an event in 7 or 8 years. Teed it up, and next thing I know, I'm holding the trophy, and I win the thing. And along with winning the thing, I have an exemption into a PGA Tour event, the inaugural Greenbrier Classic. So that was obviously quite exciting. And played in the Classic. Played well, didn't putt very well, but I played well enough actually to make the cut. Which was I wouldn't say surprising to me, but in some sense it was. I mean, you're playing against the best players in the world, and I was playing maybe once a week, and when I played it was, for fun, actually just trying to help someone purchase a second home at the Greenbrier. So that's kind of where the ball got rolling, and we started really thinking about maybe I should just give this another shot.
And then from then on, and then I want you to say, like, and from then on, that's where I became, I focused on golf full time and gave up my job.
Right. So from the Greenbrier, I actually took a position as the New England Director of Real Estate in Newport, Rhode Island, at a private club, very similar to the Greenbrier, except it's not a resort, which is a private club. And from that point, we were up there about a year, and we realized that maybe the Northeast isn't where we want to be since we're both from Florida. And we've been kicking around the idea of playing the professional golf, and we just said, the timing's good, and here we go. And so 4 months ago, we finally made the decision. It wasn't something that happened overnight by any stretch of the imagination. It's a big decision for our family. I'm the only one that even though my wife works harder than I do, because she stays home with the boys and teaches them and things of that nature, financially, I'm the only one that's bringing in the cash flow into the house to pay the bills. So it was a leap of faith. We've been very lucky. We have the clients that I have had at the couple of communities I worked at are no longer clients of mine. They're actually friends. And we've come together, and with our money and their money together, we're doing this. So 4 months ago, we started it. We started Monday qualifiers, which went okay. You shoot 70, 71. You're not going to get in. But I'm just kind of getting my feet wet, kind of getting back into it. I played one NGA Tour event, which is a Hooters Tour event. Shot 17 under. It was a really good golf course. I think I finished like 15th, and that kind of prepared me to kind of get ready for Q school, which I did. I had to go to pre-qualifying because I had been away from the game for so long. So we did that. Got past through pre-qualification in Nebraska. From there, we went to first stage in Pensacola, Florida, where I believe I shot 12 under. Got past the number by a couple shots, and then second stage was in Panama City, where, to be frank, I just laid an egg. I just didn't play well. I was kind of struggling a little bit coming into it, and you just kind of hope that you kind of find something last minute, kind of get you through it. And I just never found it, never caught a rhythm, and it was a tough 4 days. But we got to put things in perspective. We're looking forward to this next year coming up. We're excited about it. I feel like I got my golf legs under me, and no excuses. I'm plenty of time to prepare for it. I feel good about my game, and we're going to see how it works out.
You gave me a really good quote when we were talking about this before, when it comes to feeling the pressure to play well because you have people helping you out and because you basically have put your normal life on hold to be living out of an RV. But your answer was, in the midst of telling me this, that, selling houses on 100% commission in a down economy, now that's pressure. Like, if you could say that again in your own words, that would be great, because that is pressure, too. And I'd like to hear you say that.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it a lot. I get a lot of people ask me, "Wow, I mean, you're really putting a lot of pressure on yourself. You know, you went out and you purchased a motor home. The family's staying with you in the motor home. You know, you're 36 years of age. You're not 22 coming out of college. You know, how do you deal with that pressure?" And you know, my response is, that's not real pressure. I mean, real pressure is the fact that you know I'm selling real estate at the Greenbrier, which is a second and third home community, homes that people don't have to have. In 2008 and 2009 and on, when everything was crashing, I'm 100% commission out there. That's pressure. Me hitting a golf ball, trying to find it, hit it again, get it in the hole. You know, there's pressure involved, but that's, you know, we're in a situation where it's not that type of pressure. So there's different types. To me, this one isn't as great as the one I was in a position, you know, for the last basically 5 or 6 years because of the market. But you know, we feel good about our situation now, and we're excited about the next year.
And you also gave me a good quote where you just kind of summed it up. You said, you know, we're all in at this point. Everything's in storage, and we're on the road chasing a dream on our own and trying to make it happen. So, in your own words, if you can work that in.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, and we're all in as a family, as a unit. You know, I've watched the previous season, and the guys seem like great guys, and they're obviously very good golfers. But you know, if I get chosen for this, you're not going to be seeing me go to work and then go play golf. Golf is my work. Like I said, we're all in. It's my job. It's the only thing I do. I wake up in the morning and I go play, or I go practice, and I end the day by playing and practicing. I don't end the day by going to the real estate office and checking emails for leads, or if a client has come back, does he want to make an offer on a house or what have you. You know, my day consists of golf and everything that prepares me to try to get on the PGA Tour.
Excellent. All right, let's talk a little bit about your supporting characters. We talked about Darren Robinson. We talked about Billy Winters, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about those guys, and are these the guys that would be around you most? Would we consider, you know, maybe talking with them also about, would these be people that would be willing to kind of be part of your story as well?
Yeah, I mean, the two people that I work with Darren Robinson, who's from my hometown in Ocala. We've known each other since since high school. He played for a rival high school, and we just known each other for years. He's been a teaching professional for probably going on 14, 15 years. He's taught under some really good teachers, and now he's developed himself to be a very, very good teacher himself. And another gentleman that I work with is Billy Winters, out of the Greenbrier, actually the golf school there. We've known each other for 4 or 5 years, with me working at the Greenbrier. Great guy, and a very good teacher. They're both young. I would doubt that you've heard of either one of them, but that doesn't mean that they don't know what they're talking about. And I have all the confidence in the world that those are the two guys that that if I'm going to make it, they're going to help me make it. And those are the two that if I happen to be on the show, you'll see me working with them throughout the year for sure. And I'm excited about it. And I imagine they will be too. They say they're excited for me. They say that I can do it. Who knows? Maybe they're being nice, but I in my heart, I think they feel that I got a good chance.